Well, it's kind of like, the time where you're kind of late to the party, but who cares? You got Full Velocity TV here live tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park. We are set to go here for the Pro vs. Super Late Model Series with our friends over at DirtSeries.com. But, of course, all things Full Velocity TV for the rest of the year are sponsored by Spada Foro Firearms. Welcome to the show, everybody. Live on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We are on Twitch TV. Philacast here along with my longtime broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, at the controls for us on Full Velocity TV. And Todd, we come back over race number 2 of the Pro vs. Super Series for our buddies at DirtSeries.com. We are locked and loaded for what is going to be another jam-packed show again this evening.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic show here this evening. Cannot wait to see what happens here at Limaland. Pros versus Supers. Last week we had a bunch of pros. We had 5 supers. I'm not sure about this week. I've not took the time to look there, Phil. They're immediately into qualifying sessions right now. And I'll be glad to see who's going to win this one. Last week, a pro took the win, so we'll see who wins this week in the pros versus supers.
It's almost not fair. You get the little tools out there to figure out who's a pro and who's a super. I'm over here, like a guy with the hieroglyphics going on, trying to figure out, who's in what car. But we'll get this figured out over the course of the night. But these guys are out there in qualifying trim now. Live qualifying times going down, so we'll have to take you through here this qualifying session. Each driver getting 2 laps. Currently on the top of the board, car number 97. I think he set quick time here last week. It's Blake Heather. He's up at the top of the board right now, like 12.811. Now Frank Gonzalez in the number 04. He pops to the top of the heap, a 12.797, which is about 2/10 slower, Todd, than we saw the fast cars go in qualifying trim here during practice. We saw Earl Arch Jr. and Martin Karch clock down with the first, fastest laps in practice. Also the 69 of Keith Hackney. He was up there on the charts. They were running the 12.5 bracket. So far, Frank Gonzalez, the only guy, is under 12.8, a 12.797. So right now, that looks to be quick time around the speedway, and track is really slowed down over 2/10 here from practice into qualifying. That's something that's kind of, something we've seen here before, kind of the way of the land. But why do you think that is? How much does that track change when it sits there for a couple of minutes between their practice and qualifying trim?
It just sits a little bit there, Phil, as it does dry out. Again, it's clay. It's got a different formula on it. It does dry out just a little bit as these guys used up a lot of the track here in practice. So you're going to see some different grooves. And it's a random kind of state with this track, so it's going to be interesting to see how it's all going to change. I do have qualifying order up on your screen as it's running right now. I believe everybody has qualified there, Phil, so I believe those will be the official qualifying results as qualifying starts to run down.
I think it's just about complete. It's kind of looking up and down the whole standings of the group we have here, and it's a great car count tonight. I think about 26 unofficially. I think it have unofficially signed into the pit area, maybe even more than that, maybe 1 or 2 less than that. But it was right around 25 or 26 cars. So I think that's going to put the cap on qualifying. I'm going to give quick time this week to Frank Gonzalez with a lap of 12.79 second. Blake Heather clocks in second quick, 12.811, 12.817 for the 8 car of Dylan Rivers. Keith Hackney, 4th quick, a 12.835, and rounding out your top 5, the number 81 of Joey Lamb, 12.849. So that's your top 5 here in time trials. But now we're going to get set to what is going to be, Todd, I believe. Is it 3? No, it's 4 qualifying heats once again this week. So the first of 4 are going to roll onto the speedway. We're going to take 3 out of here. We're going to take 3 out of each heat. They're going to transfer in over these 8 laps. We're going to start 18 cars here a little while for the A main. So 4 heat races. That'll lock in 12 cars. They'll move into a B main where they will take 6, and that will set the field for what is going to be an 18-car main event here coming up live in a little while on Full Velocity TV. But heat 1 on the speedway.
Yeah, heat 1 is going to go away like this. Jared Bogard, Joey Lamb, that's your front row. Second row is Frank Gonzalez, David Coots, Jamison Colbridge, Nick Gray, and Earl Clements is going to be your field. Sorry, I went through that rather quickly here. Phil taking up just a little bit of time. Just wanted to make sure that we got the lineup in here before these guys were locked and loaded, as this is a very, very small track here, is Limaland, but I didn't think that they were going to pace as much as they were. So Sorry, guys, to get it out there that quick, but that was heat race number 1, getting ready to go green flag racing. Top three will qualify here. Waiting on that green flag. Green flag is in the air. Last week's feature winner, Jared Mogard, jumps to the bottom here in the 0-0 machine. Rubs it a little bit with Lamb there. Here comes Gonzalez to second in that 0-4 machine.
Gonzalez there to the second spot. David Coots there, the 19, the 199. Jamison Colbridge. All those guys in the mix now, but off of turn number 2. Last week's winner now, Jared Mogard. He's leading the field in a 2-wide battle there. Gonzalez and Joey Lamb, they're side by side for second off of 4.
Side by side for that second spot is Gonzalez and Lamb. Looks like Gonzalez is actually going to be ahead. I should say Colbridge there. Colbridge is on the bottom side in that 199 machine trying to make something happen. Here comes Joey Lamb down to the inside of the number 199 machine trying to make something happen through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Just giving you guys a full wide camera angle of these late models going to battle here for third. Oh, they're rubbing off of turn number 4. Lamb still on the bottom.
Lamb still there. Look at that Colbridge machine. Jamison Colbridge trying to race for that final transfer spot. He missed the A main last week. He had to go to the B main. He doesn't want to do that this week. He wants to try to secure one of those positions as we're halfway home here in heat number 1. 8 laps of distance. They quick around here. And now contact up front. Mogard and Gonzalez get together. That's going to kick Gonzalez back to the 4th spot. Looking down 3 wide for the lead there. Who's going to get fried off of 1?
3 wide for the lead. The 81 and Joey Lamb splits the numbers and moves into the top spot. And the 81 machine, here comes Mogard back on the top side of the speedway, the top shelf, trying to make something happen. White flag is in there. One more trip around the speedway, down into turn number 1. Colbridge down on the bottom side. That's Jamison Colbridge in that 199 machine. He has got himself into a transfer spot. Mogard, here comes Mogard. 3 wide. Mogard makes contact with Colbridge. Checkered flag is going to be to Joey Lamb, Jared Mogard, and it looks like Jamison Colbridge going to qualify for the A main. The rest are going to go to the B main.
Whew, that was some heavy, intense racing there, but Joey Lamb picks up the win over Jared Mogard. Jamison Colbridge, Frank Gonzalez, unfortunately, finishes up 4th. He'll have to go to our B main here coming up here a little while. Also going to join him in the B main is David Koontz, Nick Gray, and Earl Clements is number 24, hoping to rebound off of last week, falling 1 spot short in the B main and making the A main. But now heat number 2 going to roll off to the racetrack, and this is how they're going to roll off this week. On the pole is going to be car number 20. That is Shane Kelly, and alongside of him in the 101, that is Martin Karch. Row 2, the inside, Blake Heather rolls off 3rd here tonight in car number 97, and alongside of him, the 26 this week, that is Josh Dietz. 3rd row, Robert Fletcher going to roll off on the inside of row number 3. He's in the 77 car, and alongside of him in the 7, that is Trevor Baker. Shotgun on the field, 7th starting position. Car number 12, we welcome back to Full Velocity TV, Brett Ladenhoff. He's going to start P7. So 7 drivers once again going to take to the speedway for 8 laps, and we've already seen here through heat number 1 how intense the racing is going to be here tonight. These 8 laps are going to go by in a blink. This time around, they're going to get 1 to go on top of the iRacing.com pace card. Thanks to all you who have tuned in tonight. Full Velocity TV is out there, guys. Like it, share it, follow it, subscribe, whatever you got to do out there. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch TV, all 3 media is going here in a big way tonight. Let everybody know Full Velocity TV is right here in Limaland with DirtSeries.com. Green flag going to go up in the air. We are racing here for heat race number 2. Right away, the 101 of Martin Karch off the outside sneaks up to the lead, but here comes Blake Heather, the 97 down to the low side. 3-car dance now as they hit to the lead off of turn 4.
Yeah, Heather down on the extreme bottom there, disappearing, doing a little bit of a disappearing act here early. But the 101 of Martin Karch now dips from the top side down to the bottom. He is currently leading heat race number 2. Heather still working on the bottom. Shane Kelly up top in that 3rd spot. He's battling for 2nd with Heather, but not able to do anything up on the top shelf of the speedway. Robert Fletcher right there in the 77 machine. He's trying to get himself inside the top 3 also. He's on the outside looking in that 4th spot.
77 on Fletcher there, having a good run at 4th, but he's got to make 1 more spot there on either Shane Kelly or Blake Heather. Josh Dietz down the 26 ton. He's worked his way now up to that 3rd or 4th spot in the 26. So Josh Dietz started near the back of the field. He has charged his way through. Josh Dietz trying to punch his ticket here to the A main, but he's going to make up that 1 more spot up front. It is still Martin Karch, Blake Heather, and Shane Kelly. That's your current top 3. A good side-by-side battle for that 2nd spot now through turn 1.
Yeah, Josh Dietz was relegated to the rear for missing the drivers' meeting here this evening. If you do not make the drivers' meeting, you have to start at the rear of one of these heat races. So he already had a long road to hoe there from that 7th starting position with this great talent through the field. Josh Dietz right now running in that 4th spot. Like you said, he's on the outside looking in, but he's right there knocking on the door for that 3rd spot with the number 20 machine of Shane Kelly. Meanwhile, battle for the lead between Karch and Heather. Karch has it right now. Heather working on the bottom side, the extreme bottom there. Hub sucking in that number 97 machine. White flag in the air.
Into turn number 3 and 4 now. Checkered flag going to come out in the air. Martin Karch going to pick up the win in heat race number 2 over Blake Heather. The transfer spot here goes to Shane Kelly in number 20. So that's going to put Josh Dietz, Blake Ladenhoff, Trevor Baker, and Robert Fletcher. They're going to all be headed to the B main with those 3 drivers. They're going to qualify in here through our second heat race. So we have 6 drivers already locked in. We're going to lock in 3 more, Todd, in heat race number 3. Take us through the lineup.
Heat race number 3 is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 10, that's Cody Cantonwine. His dancing part of the outside is Earl Arch Jr. in that number 61. Inside row number 2, starting that 3rd starting position, that's the number 8, that's Dylan Rivers. His dancing partner to the outside is Josh Smith aboard the number 83. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, that's the 25, that's Spencer Swafford. And outside of him is the number 15 machine, starting in that 6th position, that's AJ Cruz. Starting shotgun on the field, driving the number 5, that's Stephen Gregory.
So there you go. We've got 7 drivers going to take those Speedway for 8 more action-packed laps around the Limaland Motorsports Park. DirtSeries.com, Pro versus Super Series. Again, can't thank you guys all out there watching Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch TV. We are out here locked for bear tonight here at Full Velocity TV. Hang out with our buddies over at DirtSeries.com. This series open to everybody, guys. Head over to DirtSeries.com. That's Dirt-Series.com. Search for Dirt Series on Facebook. You'll find Josh and Earl and Jameis and all the gang over here that make up DirtSeries.com. Come be a part of this great series here on Thursday night. Also do some racing on Monday nights as well. Great league. Can't recommend them enough. But Todd, we're Green Flag Racing. They're off in a turn number 1, and right away you see Cody can't wide to the 10, trying to make something happen. Earl Arch to 61, but a great start. Here comes Dylan Rivers in the 8 car.
Yeah, Dylan Rivers in the 8 car, way down in the bottom, almost 4 wide there momentarily, coming down into turn number 3. Cody Cantonwine right now leading this event, but not by much. Earl Arch Jr. on the top shelf of the Speedway, the number 61 machine, trying to make something happen. He gets a little bit tight, almost pounds the outside wall. Here comes Josh Smith. And that number 83 machine working over the top once again. Here trying to get around the number 8 of Dylan Rivers. Side-by-side battles there for that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, the number 61 on the outside looking in. He's in the midst of a battle. Contact made, and Rivers goes around in a knot. And that is the number 8 machine. Tough break for him, as now he's going to be relegated to a outside the top 3 position. The 83 Josh Smith inherits the lead. Earl Arch running in 2nd. Stephen Gregory running 3rd.
And how about that 5 car? Stephen Gregory was late to the pit area, had to start in the tail of Heat 3, and he may find himself in a transfer spot with that contact up front. This time around there, Todd, believe we're going to have 2 to go at the line, 2 more trips around the Limaland Motorsports Park. Josh Smith has inherited the lead. As you said, a pretty good lead over Earl Arch Jr. Stephen Gregory running 3rd. How about sideways? AJ Cruz, the 15. He is currently running 4th, but nowhere in contention to hit that 5 car. They're all chasing the 83 of Josh Smith now to the back stretch.
Yeah, Josh Smith leading this event in that number 83 machine. Earl Arch Jr. running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Stephen Gregory. Gregory right now is comfortably in the A main so far in that number 5 machine. White flag in the air. 1 more trip around the Speedway here. Limaland Speedway for the number 83 of Josh Smith as he enters the back straightaway into turn. Well, I'm going to say checkered flag as I'm a little bit skewed here. The 83 of Josh Smith going to pick up the win. Earl Arch going to finish up 2nd. 3rd is going to be Stephen Gregory. Outside is AJ Cruz on the outside looking in.
AJ Cruz, Dylan Rivers, Spencer Swafford make a list of names that are going to be out there in our B main here in just a little while, but that's 3 heat races down. It is moving fast here at Limaland Motorsports Park tonight, I think, just as we all anticipated, and we have 1 more heat race to go here. Heat number 4 about to take to the racetrack, and this is how they're going to come to post On the pole is going to be car number 21. That is Nathan Kassler. Parked next door to him aboard car number 88. That is Thomas Coggins. Keith Hackney rolls off tonight in a new paint scheme there on the inside of row number 2 aboard car 69. Alongside of him, the 124 car. That is Brandon Bolton. Torn Shirts rolls off of the 33 car tonight. He's in position number 5 and alongside the 9 car. That is Corey Stansell in car number 9. 6 cars going to make up the field. Those 7 cars there. Blake Murray, the 27, stuck in there to that lineup as well. So 7 drivers going to take to the speedway here for 8 more action-packed laps. And Todd, 7 times 4. That says 28 drivers came to the pit area. So we're only going to start 18 of the main event. We have 9 names already locked in. We got 3 more here to take on at heat number 4. Who's it going to be? Green flag's up in the air.
Green flag is up in the air. Look at the number 88 of Thomas Coggins. He is up on the top shelf of the speedway and wheeling it up there. And that number 88 machine, the 21, meanwhile, drops down to the bottom. That's Nathan Kassler in the number 21 machine, able to run into that second spot. Third right now is Brandon Bolton in that 124. Keith Hackney running in that 4th spot in the number 69 machine. New paint scheme for the 69 here this evening, running in that 4th spot.
Yeah, great looking black, number 69 for Keith Hackney running there 4th, but contact there for the 2nd spot there. Looks like the 88 of Coggins maybe pushed up a little bit that round. Brandon Bolton in the back of him, stacked up the field there, but still racing for the lead. But it's Nathan Kassler here, Todd, as we hit halfway home in heat race number 4. 21 car with the lead there, but he's under heavy fire, but he's got that spot into turn 3.
Yeah, Kassler with the lead in that number 21 machine, under heavy fire though from Coggins in that number 88 machine. Keith Hackney right now in a battle of his own there with the 124 machine of Brandon Bolton. They've been locked in a side-by-side battle coming down here into the corner. Hackney has an advantage, but the outside group just staying the throttle just a little bit longer. That 124 machine making things happen. That's Brandon Bolton able to hold on to that final transfer spot. Hackney trying everything he can.
Hackney trying to do it all he can do in the bottom lane, but we're running out of laps here this time around. 2 to go over the starter stand. 2 more trips around the quarter-mile Limaland Motorsports Park. Can Nathan Kassler pick up the win? Can Thomas Coggins, using the outside lane, find that momentum side by side of the flag stand one more time around?
One more time around, we enter the back straightaway here for the final time into turn number 3. Who's it gonna be for heat race number 4? Off at turn number 4, checker flag is gonna fly. It looks like 88 of Thomas Coggins going to pick up heat race number 4. Nathan Kassler finishing 2nd, and 3rd is Keith Hackney in that number 69 machine. Wow, what a race here for heat race number 4.
That was just awesome right there. Great racing for the guys at DirtSeries.com tonight. 4 very heavily competitive heat races there, 8 laps. That was a lot of fun to do. That was really cool to see all that happening out there. So now what we're going to do, guys, we are moving into the first of our 2 B mains I believe we have here. I believe we're going to take it 3 cars out of this one and 3 cars out of the second one. So I believe, Todd, we're setting up for 2 B mains. I think that's the way the lane we're doing here. It's listed as C, but I got to think these are both B mains.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that is going to go. This is the first time we've actually gone through this. You might have to play a little bit of alphabet soup, but it might be 2 B mains there, Phil. We'll wait and see here as these guys are getting ready to be locked in, loaded for B main number 1 here. Starting on the pole, going to be Frank Gonzalez. AJ Cruz is going to be his dancing partner to the outside. David Kuntz in the number 19. He is running 3rd. 4th is going to be Dylan Rivers. Nick Gray, 5th. 6th is going to be Spencer Swafford and Earl Clements in that number 24. He is going to be 7th. Cody Cantonwine was supposed to make the call here in that number 10 machine. Not able to make the call, not answering the call in that number 10. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here off of turn number 4. These guys are locked. Another green flag is in the air. The 04 of Frank Gonzalez leads the charge down into turn number 1.
Frank Gonzalez leads the field there over AJ Cruz. David Kuntz is number 19. Keep an eye on the 8 car to Dylan Rivers there, Todd. He clocked in on the top 3 tonight, and time trials had some contact in his heat race. You got to think Dylan Rivers looking to rebound here in this B main number 1. So the field now working their way down the back stretch toward turn number 3. 12 laps going to be the distance. And right now, as they exit off number 4 at the start-finish line, it is Frank Gonzalez leaving David Kuntz there through turn 2.
Yeah, fantastic racing going on. David Kuntz in that number 19 machine running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Nick Gray. Almost kind of 3-wheeling it there. Down on the bottom side there, you're seeing him pick up his left front tire off the ground just a tad bit in the number 3 machine. So trying to make something happen down on the bottom, bouncing just a little bit, hitting them U tires. That's making him bounce a little bit more. We're in the B main, like we said, or C main, excuse me. 8 laps to go here, and right now the top 3 have run away.
Top 3 have run away and high. There it is, Gonzalez up front in the 04. Pacing this field. He's got a pretty good, healthy lead. You can see right there on your screen. Call it 5 car lengths over David Coots. 1.3 seconds back to Nick Gray riding in that 3rd spot. Top 3 are going to transfer out of this B main, Todd, and that is where they want to be. So Nick Gray, I think he did this last week as well, last week when we were out here for race number 1 of the season at Lanier. I believe he was one of those guys that were on the edge of a transfer spot in the B main. The 3 car doing that again here tonight. I guess he likes to flirt with danger and right on that edge of that cut line getting into these A mains.
Yeah, definitely wants to flirt with danger. Nick Gray right now running in that 3rd spot, so he's doing a whale of a job trying to hold on to that. Dylan Rivers right now running in that 4th spot. Those guys trying to track down here to try to transfer to the next main here, but right now they're on the outside looking in, and Nick Gray right now feeling pretty comfortable running in that 3rd spot, just hugging the bottom. The shortest way around the track is we got 3 laps remaining here for your current race leader, Frank Gonzalez.
Got 3 to go for Frank as they exit now off the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4 now. That's going to put, I believe, lap number 11 up to the board here. So 2 laps remaining, 2 more trips around, which is about 13.5 seconds tonight here for these guys at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Now off of 4. White flag going to go up in the air one more time around for Frank Gonzalez. He looks to be sliding in comfortably here, heading to a B-main win. David Coots there running in the 2nd spot unchallenged, and Nick Gray looks like as they exit off of 4 under the checkered flag. Give it to Gonzalez, David Coots, and Nick Gray. He's going to pick up your final transfer spot through this B main number 1.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of these guys qualify into the A main, and those guys are locked and loaded here now for the A main. We're going to wait for the next event to come and pull out onto the speedway. Just waiting for it to lock and load here and waiting for these guys to finish on up here on the B main. It's going to end up going now to the 2nd B main. It's going to be the 2nd, like you said, Phil. They call it the C main, but it's actually B main. So 3 made it from that last B main. Now we're looking for another 3 from this B main. Josh Dietz right now is going to be your pole sitter here for B main number 2. Outside of him is going to be Brandon Bolton. Brett Leidenhoff is going to start 3rd in that number 12 machine. Torn Shorts is going to start 4th in the 33. Trevor Baker is going to start 5th. Blake Murray. 6th, 7th is going to be Robert Fletcher, and 8th right now, Corey Stansel. He's not going to make the call either. They called for 8. We got 7 of them out there, Phil, for Limaland here. B-main number 2, getting ready, getting locked and loaded.
Absolutely right. 12 more laps around. 15 drivers have already clocked their way into this A main here coming up very shortly, a 40-lap A main that is going to be as lightning fast as these heat races have been. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that for sure. But right now, as you see, the last of our qualifications here tonight. B main number 2, Josh Dietz, Brandon Bolton, Brett Leidenhoff, Torrance Church, Trevor Baker, Blake Murray, and Robert Fletcher. 7 drivers for 3 spots. I think we're going green flag racing this time out of 4, Todd.
Yeah, just waiting on that green flag. Green flag is in the air, and Josh Dietz drifts up the track just a little bit in that number 26 machine. 124 makes contact there with outside wall. That's Brandon Bolton right now. 3 wide for 2nd spot. As the number 2, or the 124 machine way up on the top shelf. Torrance Shirts in the number 33 up through the middle. The number 7 of Trevor Baker working over the extreme bottom there. He's trying to get himself into that 3rd spot there. Torrance Shirts now way up on the top shelf of the speedway. Meanwhile, 124, nice battle going on for the lead between the 124 of Bolton and Josh Dietz.
Josh Dietz going to fall back there, but we're going to throw sliders at Limaland. Look at that. Bolton slid up the hill. Look at that awesome move there. Is not only jockey, not only the lead there, Todd, that jumbled up the entire top 4. Josh Dietz back to the lead. Trevor Baker, Brandon Bolton, Torrance Shirts right now. He is on the outside looking in, but look at these guys throwing sliders at Limaland. They're going to throw one more. Look at this great racing action going on for a lead, but Josh Dietz, he's going to lead the field. Here comes Brandon Bolton to the low side.
Yeah, Josh Dietz right now leading the field. The number 7 of Trevor Baker working over the bottom side of the speedway, trying to get around the 26 of Josh Dietz, the 124 of Brandon Bolton working over the top shelf along with the 26. He's trying to make something happen. He got to the rear bumper. High-low switch maneuver here. Down the front straightaway. 3 wide there momentarily. The 124 gets contact made with the 7 of Baker. That relegates the number 33 of Torn Shirts in the 33. Now up to the third spot. The 7 got to fight back on the bottom once again. Great racing going on for that final transfer.
Woo, they are racing, they are trading paint, they are slinging mud, they are doing everything but throwing the kitchen sink out there, and you may find that laying on the speedway by the time this one is over. Josh Dietz has got to be enjoying this looking out. If he's looking at the rear view at all, Todd, which I don't think you do in these cars, he's got to be loving what's going on as he has worked his way now out to about a 5-car length lead over now second place running Brandon Bolton. The battle is for third. That final transfer spot between Trevor Baker and the 7, Torrin Church in the 33. Here comes Torrin. He's going to try to the outside, side by side for the transfer spot as a battle for the lead starting to pick up now as they head out the back stretch.
Yeah, fantastic racing all around the speedway here in this final B main of the evening. Here comes Torrin Shirts in the number 33 machine back to the top side, trying to get around the number 7 of Trevor Baker. Side by side battle there. Meanwhile, up for the lead, a nice battle going on there. Dietz now on the bottom. Slide job on the 124 as the 124 had the lead. 3 wide now for second. Torrin Shirts now getting around the 124. Same with the 7. Those guys are on the outside looking in as we are on the final lap here. White flag, Phil.
White flag up in the air and off of turn number 4. Josh Dietz going to take the checkered flag, I believe. Give Torrin Shirt second and Trevor Baker third as Brandon Bolton had an issue on the last lap, and it looks like it's going to cost him his night. So, wow. Unbelievable run for these guys. What a run here for Josh Dietz getting the win here in heat race or B main number 2. Second spot going to go to the 33 of Torrin Shirts and Trevor Baker. Between himself, heavy fighting with him, and the 124 of Brandon Bolton, but it's going to be Baker that's going to make his way. So 18 cars now locked into our 40-lap A main that are going to cut up about 5 or 6 minutes from now there, Todd. Man, if the heat races are this insane, we saw these guys last week go 40 laps at Lanier caution-free. Can these guys possibly do that tonight here at Limaland, as tough as this is? These guys are leaning on each other in heat races. Now put 18 out there.
Yeah, a lot of sliders and 18 cars out there on the speedway. It's going to be rather difficult. It's going to be a tough challenge to go all 40 laps here. It's a really, really tight track here. Just looking at Limaland from the blimp view here, and just you can look down on it, and it's an amazing track here, but it's really hard to not make contact out there. And they got 12 incident points. They do got to worry about, Phil, throughout the evening. If they get 12, they end up having to be parked here, and that's what they don't want here. So it's difficult here to stay off one another, and it's a short track here for Limaland. And these guys put on the whale of a show through all the heat races in the B mains. I can't wait to see this A main feature.
This is going to be a lot of fun here tonight, guys, and you are locked and loaded right here live on Full Velocity TV, now being sponsored by Spadafora Firearms. Find them at SpadaforaFirearms.com. Brendan would love to hear from you here. Get them through the website, contact them there. We have the phone number I'll have to pass along to you here before this one gets off the air as well tonight. But got to thank Spadafora Firearms. Got to thank all the guys at DirtSeries.com. All the great sponsors these guys have over here. Got to thank Earl and Josh and Jameson, the entire gang that make up this series week after week. The Pro versus Super Late Model Series. Tonight we roll into the Limaland Motorsports Park. We have seen 4 outstanding heat races. We have seen 2 incredible B mains. And now the stage is going to be set for a 40-lap A main feature event. But before we do that, one more item of business to do before we get racing, and that is to go trackside to pay homage to this greatest country in the world, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. I got to give you the low. All right, we're back here at the Limaland Motorsports Park here, quarter mile dirt oval here in Lima, Ohio. Thanks you all have tuned in tonight here on Full Velocity TV. Guys, you have to like us. You've got to share us. Get everybody out there to follow along. Spread the word what we have going on here tonight. This Pro vs. Super Late Model Series tonight. Is it Pro? Is it Super Late? So let Todd spoil that surprise here in a little while, what all the choices are out there for these guys. But you got to like this video here, guys. You got to share it to everybody out there. Spread the word what is going on. We have seen terrific action so far tonight. Those 4 heat races, can you find any better than that? And then you put 2 B mains together that were just no short on drama at all. We have 18 of the best drivers the iRacing Dirt World has to offer, and we are locked and loaded here live on Full Velocity TV's Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch TV. Look us up on our new media on Twitch by going to twitch.tv/Full Velocity TV. We have a lot of good programming coming up here, probably in the month of January going forward. A lot of great stuff going on. You have to be subscribed. It's going to be exclusive to Twitch here for new programming. So you guys going to follow us there. And of course, if you'd like to get live on Full Velocity TV, do it through our Facebook page right here, and also by dropping us a old school email at fullvelocitytv@gmail.com. We have dates filling up fast, but we do have some availability for the rest of the year. We would love to showcase what you've got going on. So what do you say there, Todd Stanton, for the first time here for the second time this season with DirtSeries.com? We are about to put a 40-lap A-main feature. 18 of the best drivers we have to offer out here in iRacing. They are out here tonight. What do you say we dive into our starting lineup for our 40-lap A-main?
Just waiting for that starting lineup to come to us there. Phil is not quite ready for the starting lineup. Just waiting for these guys to get up onto the field, and once we do so, we will have the starting lineup here at Limaland Motorsports Park, and just waiting for these guys to get onto the grid.
Well, I thought I did see the forward session, and now I do see it. It is feature time. They're going to put these cars out to the racetrack now for a 40-lap A-main. Todd, let's try this again. Old school Full Velocity TV style. I cranked you out there a little bit early, a little bit premature, but we're never off to a false start here. Let's go to our starting lineup for a 40-lap A-main.
And now our starting lineup for the 40-lap A-main here. Supers versus Pros, sponsored by Dirt Series. Can't forget Spotify Firearms for Full Velocity TV. Starting on the pole, driving the number 81, that's Joey Lamb. His dancing partner is outside, driving the 101, that's the high side hustler, Martin Karch.
Inside of row number 2 tonight, the 83 car heat race winner, that is Josh Smith, and alongside of him in the fast number 88, that is Thomas Coggins.
Last week's feature winner driving the double dot, the 00 here tonight, Jared Mogard starting 5th. Outside of him driving the number 97, that's Blake Heather.
Couple of veterans roll off tonight aboard row number 4. On the inside is going to be the 61 car, that is Earl Arch Jr., and next door to him in the 21, that is Nathan Kassler.
Jamison Colebridge starts in that 9th starting position in the number 199. Outside of him in the 10th starting position, that's the number 20, that's Shane Kelly.
Stephen Gregory rolls off next aboard car number 5, and alongside, new paint scheme, the 69 car for Keith Hackney.
One of our B-main winners, the number 04 of Frank Gonzalez, starts 13th. Outside of him, driving the number 19, that's David Kuntz.
Nick Gray going to roll off tonight from position number 15 aboard car number 3. And alongside of him, Josh Dietz. He's in the car 26.
Last row on the field, that's Torn Shirts in the number 33. And Trevor Baker starting 18th in the number 7. Pace car is down into the infield, waiting for these guys. These are restacked, repacked, locked in, loaded, just waiting for that green flag to come out. Green flag is in the air, and we're A-main racing down into turn number 1.
Turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Joey Lamb going to lead the field, but here comes Martin Karch, the outlaw. The high side hustler to the outside of the racetrack in that 101. Looking for the race lead. Looks like he may unofficially score the first lap leader. Joey Lamb locked down low. They are locked 3 wide now. Martin to the outside wall stacks up the entire field. That allows Joey Lamb to sneak away with the race lead. Looks like it may be the Coggins machine there into the second spot. As now yellow flag going to come on the speedway. The yellow flag for the first time this season, right there on lap number 3, Todd. So, man, it's going to move along quick here. We saw 4 really good heat races, 2 really good B mains, and now right away here in the opening laps of the A main, as these guys are all locked and loaded. First caution flag of the night. Looks like the racetrack just kind of got clogged up after the 101 got stuck up in the outside wall. May have stacked up a couple of cars behind him. I saw Stephen Gregory rolling slow away. I saw Nick Gray in the 3 car back there. So a couple of guys that may have been involved there. I think Nathan Castle may have got a little hit there in the 21 that started that thing. So going to be too quick for you guys to see a full velocity TV replay, because before we know it, Todd, we're going to be right back here to Green Flag Racing, Limaland. This wastes no time here. It takes about 13 seconds under the green flag conditions. So I believe we're already a half lap away. So single file restart for these guys. They have to stay in their lane all the way into turn number 1 and 2. So that's going to allow Joey Lamb to pace this field, and he's going to have that beautiful view out the windshield. Now green flag back in the air. Lamb leading Josh Smith into turn 1.
Yeah, Lamb drives down into turn number 1. Here comes Karch even lower, trying to get around Mogard there. Jared Mogard already up to third, double knot machine. Now battling for a second. Looks like he's in a heated battle there with the 83 of Josh Smith. Smith right now running the top shelf of the speedway, trying to make something happen here. Though the double knot machine of Mogard working the bottom here, gets a little bit tight there down by the U tires. Here comes the 61 of Earl Arch Jr. He's down to the bottom, the 101 of Martin Karch. Great racing going throughout the field. High-low switch for the 83 of Josh Smith. He's now down to the bottom here, down into the corner. Mogard running about the middle of the portion of the track, trying to make something happen as he catches Joey Lamb here down into the turn.
Yeah, look at that. There's 7 cars there legitimately racing for that second spot, but it's Joey Lamb, the 81. He's got that preferred spot out in the lead right now. Jared Mogard's 00 car, he's broken away into second. That race now for that 3rd position on back. That is Harry. Now he races for the lead. Mogard down low, Joey Lamb up high. Who's going to have the horsepower for the race lead off of turn 4?
Yeah, Mogard working over the bottom side of the speedway hub, sucking the 81 up there, pushing the cushion. That's Joey Lamb in the black and yellow and pink machine there. And the 81, he's trying to work it over there. Yellow flag going to fly. Guess what, Jared Mogard there in the number 000 there is going to be relegated back to second. Joey Lamb was scored the race leader. This yellow flag is going to restack and repack him there, but it's going to be single file fill. So things are going to change here as this initial restart, another restart comes to conclusion here.
Oh, absolutely. That one looks like it may have taken the 7 car of Trevor Baker around. The 199 of Jamison Colbridge also getting a piece of the action there as well. So those are 2 more drivers going to have to go to the rear of the field and have to fight their way back. 40 laps is going to go away in a blink of an eye here. Already now working lap number 13. Joey Lamb now going to have to handle the pressure from Jared Mogard. Earl Arch Jr. up to 3rd. Josh Smith is 4th. Martin Karch is 5th. Keith Hackney is 6th. Thomas Coggins 7th, Nathan Castler 8th, David Coots 9th, Josh Dietz is now up into the top 10. So we have a lot of comers, we have a lot of goers. We are not short on action. It is about to fly once again. I believe lights are already out on top of that iRacing.com page truck. We are about to put these things back under green flag conditions with now 25 laps remaining. We have a good old-fashioned Thursday night shootout on our hands here. Green flag is up back in the air.
Green flag back in the air, and Joey Lamb stops that loud pedal down through the floorboard and moves it down into turn number 1. Here comes Mogard back down to the bottom side. He's continuing his assault on Lamb here through the corner here, 3 and off of turn number 4. Here comes Earl Arch Jr. There, he got into the fray just momentarily, way down on the bottom, but Mogard trying to work over the bottom to perfection. Lamb not giving up the top shelf of the speedway down here into turn number 3. Side-by-side battle coming off of turn number 4. Give it to Mogard here at the start-finish line.
Yeah, and he was able to get up on the bars, and he's going to take that lead away from Joey Lamb. Joey going to try to peek back to the inside, but he's going to let it stay up the hill. Here comes Earl Arch Jr., the number 61. They're going to run to the low side. That's a good battle for the run-up spot, but all now chasing last week's winner, Jared Mogard, trying to make it 2 in a row here tonight at DirtSeries.com.
Yeah, Jared Mogard trying to make it 2 in a row in that double knot machine. The 61 of Earl Arch Jr. running in that third spot. Yellow flag going to fly out on the field once again. It's going to be the third yellow flag here at Limaland, Phil. And this is, like you said, this track is going to be rather tricky to try to stay off one another. And again, another casualty here this evening. Somebody else making contact there. Was not able to see it there, Phil, but maybe you can tell us what was going on.
Oh, the 19 car of David Kuntz got turned around there. Also think the 97 of Blake Heather may have got a piece of this one as well. David Kuntz is having a good night. Qualified himself into this 18 car feature event, and he's got turned the wrong way. So halfway home here in our 40-lap A main for DirtSeries.com. Can Jared Mogard make it 2 in a row there, Todd? We saw him do it last week in a caution-free race at the Lanier Speedway. But here tonight we come to Lima, Ohio, the Limaland Motorsports Park. We've had now 3 caution flags slow the event to the first 20 laps. You're going to like the look of Jared Mogard, but now he's going to have Joey Lamb starting it back on that second spot. Almost lets Joey sit back and maybe time this start, and maybe we put the chicken, the steak, and the hot dogs on the tap. I think we've been throwing some sliders here on the restart as green flag going to go back in the air.
Green flag back in the air, and down there under the salt there, Joey Lamb now tries to go to the bottom in the 81 machine. That's not someplace he's been comfortable running here all evening long, as Mogard trying to set the pace here in that double knot machine, trying to run off into the sunset to win race number 2 here of the season. The Pro versus Supers here, this time at Limaland, showing the quickest way around in that double knot machine. Meanwhile, Joey Lamb running in that second spot. Third is Earl Arch Jr. Josh Smith having a good run there in that 4th spot, but it's been short-lived there. Here comes the 69 of Keith Hackney working over the top shelf of the speedway. And I tell you, he's right up next to that wall in that 69 machine, and he's making some headway here. If he gets a green flag run here, Phil, I almost willing to bet that he's found something extra up there.
Yeah, he is letting freedom ring up there in car number 69, making stuff happen, riding now up into the top 5, trying to give all he can do to Josh Smith and give that last lap to the 69 of Hackney. He rolls up into position, but up front there, Todd, Jared Mogard, he's able to hold this challenge at bay right now. It is that battle for second between Earl Arch Jr. and the number 61, the 81 of Joey Lamb. That has been a good race all around this quarter-mile Limaland Motorsports Park, but that's allowing that Jared Mogard machine relatively unchallenged. It's out to about 2-3 car lengths extended each lap. Call it 5 car lengths this time as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, Hackney was the fastest car on the speedway, Phil, just to give you a little bit of insight. Lamb seen that Hackney was up there. He had to block it, but he makes it 3 wide through the corner here. Hackney making something happen on the rail up there next to the wall here. He's going to pull a 2-for move here through the corner. He's going to relegate himself up to the second spot coming off the corner.
Look at that move for the 69 car, new paint scheme this week, and he has that thing just rolling for bear here tonight at the Limaland Motorsports Park for DirtSeries.com Pro versus Super Series, race number 2 of the season. Jared Mogard trying to pick up 2 straight wins here. 10 more trips around that quarter mile there, Todd. These are going to go away in a really quick fashion, and it is that Mogard machine, 1.2 seconds. You look at that info on the screen, it doesn't look like much, but at a place like Limaland, it's a huge lead over Keith Hackney. Mogard with that lead now, 10 car lengths into turn 3.
Yeah, 10 car lengths into turn number 3. Last time by Mogard with a 13.175. Hackney with a 13.8187. So he's a little bit slower. A tick off there running the top shelf of the speedway. Mogard right now showing the quickest way around as we got 7 laps remaining here as they come to the start-finish line this time out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go here at Limaland.
7 more trips around him and floating outside about the top 5 there, Todd. Good racing going on there between the 83 of Josh Smith, the 88 of Thomas Coggins, and the 21 of Nathan Castle. They've been exchanging position on the racetrack here, top lane, bottom lane, low shelf here. They've been almost 3 wide a couple of times. That's good racing going on for 5th, but we're running out of laps here, a little less than 5 laps remaining. Can Keith Hackney run down Jared Mogard? Well, that advantage has grown from 1.1 now up to 1.3. This time around, let's see what it is. It's still 1.3 there, so Hackney not losing any time, but not gaining any ground at all on Jared Mogard as he has got the field kind of under wraps here tonight. Jared Mogard's 00 car with the lead off of turn 4.
Hackney able to cut a little bit into the lead there, 13.126 to a 13.286. Right now, Mogard working down the bottom. Lap traffic could be the great equalizer there in front of him. That's in the form of the number 5 machine of Stephen Gregory. He's going to have to run really hard. Maybe he's going to backpedal it just a little bit out of there. Mogard right now 13.306. So Mogard working the bottom side here. 2 laps remain. Popsicle sticks in the air as they come down to the corner. Hackney really on rails, and he's closing the gap, Phil.
You can see in that interval that was 10 car lengths is down to 5. Hackney running the outside lane. Mogard trying to work that bottom lane around lap traffic. Now white flag going to go in the air. One more trip around. Can Hackney make the run to the outside? They're going to be in a dead heap on side by side for the win in a 3 and 4. Who's it going to be?
Looks like the 0-0 of Mogard going to take down the victory. And I tell you what, coming like a fury with the 69 of Keith Hackney. Hackney only finished .373 behind him. Lap traffic, Mogard tried to tiptoe around that number 5 machine, and that almost scaled tragedy for that double knot machine. But Mogard bringing home win number 2 here on the season. Supers versus Prolates here, sponsored by the Dirt Series Racing Group here, and also sponsored by Spataflora Firearms here on Full Velocity TV. Mogard doing a well-deserved little slide job here on the front straightaway. These guys get locked and loaded for their interviews here tonight, Phil. Top 3 we get to interview to see how their race went here tonight. Just to give you guys a little insight as Mogard's spinning out down here and doing his 360s. A little bit of insight that I got to see, Phil. Only 4 supers here in the field, as the weight penalties a little bit different here for the supers. But pros winning here again this evening. I'll say the pro late model of the 0-0. That's who won here tonight. So these guys can change it every night, Phil. It doesn't matter. They can run a pro or a super each week, but tonight a pro won it once again.
Yep, pro makes it 2 in a row, as you said, and yeah, that's something really cool that we talk about into this series, and we'll talk a whole lot more about, and I really can't wait to go down there trackside and talk to all these guys out there. You know, these top 3, of course, you'll run to victory lane and talk to Jared once again for the 2nd week in a row, but I'm going to run down here. We're going to talk to the number 61 car. We did this a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to do this once again here. We will run down here, talk to the driver of the 61. Earl Arch Jr., buddy, a great run for you, finishing up 3rd there tonight. God, tell us about how tough it was to pass out there. What a really fast racetrack, but it gets around here so fast. I mean, what can you do to play some offense when you got to play defense, it seems like, around this place all night long?
Yeah, you know, I didn't find it really that fast, but I got stuck on the inside there at the start of the feature, and I found myself passing cars as I just nursed it around the very bottom, and I thought, heck, why switch? So, I just feathered the throttle the whole way around, and, luck would have it, here I am. But I'd want to thank you guys and Full Velocity TV and Dirt Series for hosting this. I really appreciate that.
No, absolutely. It's a really great time. 2 weeks in a row, we have seen 2 fantastic races from you guys. You said you went down to the bottom side of the racetrack. It's one of those things, kind of pass them where they ain't, and you really look like here with the horsepower some of these cars had, that top lane looked to be the really fast way around, but the way you had that car ease back into the gas pedal, how much is it able to save your equipment that made you able to come back up to the field and, contend to be in that top 3 and almost raced your way up there for the win at one point?
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought, I'm probably going to save some tires running down here, and I might not be burning off much fuel, but saving those tires, I think, is everything. If you can keep them from heating up, when they get hot, they get slicker, and I thought I had 2nd there for a couple laps, and then on that one restart, Josh Smith came up, and I thought he was going to get me for 3rd, and I had to shut the door on him. But it was fun. It was definitely fun.
It was fun. I'm sure nerve-wracking out there. You guys were throwing sliders out there, 2-3 wide racing. This was a lot of fun here tonight, Earl. I know you got a lot of people out there watching. We're live tonight on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We are on Twitch TV. A great crowd out there watching. I know you have a lot of people out there watching, too. Friends, family, sponsors, whoever's out there, thank whoever you'd like to thank for watching that 61 car out there this evening.
Well, I do know my wife Heather and my son Tyler are watching, and I know my friends my friends Tracy and Ken from Dillsburg are watching, so shout out to them as well.
Well, that's pretty awesome there. That is Earl Arch Jr. He brings the 61 car home tonight in position number 3, having a terrific run. in that 61. I'm going to further down here a little bit toward pit lane, and it is a party down here around this number 69 car. Going to come talk to the driver of the 69, Keith Hackney. Keith, a terrific run for that 69. I'm not sure if you passed more cars than everybody else, but the way you came through the field there, passed them high, passed them low, throwing sliders. Tell us about that race. That looked to be a lot of fun behind the wheel of that car.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was worried, starting back in the field like I did. It's a hard track to drive, especially when it starts getting slick. You really don't know where to go. My gear choice I had, I was actually set for the bottom, but I made a few passes down there and just really come to a standstill. Everybody was at the bottom, so I was like, well, on this restart, I'm gonna try to go back up to the top and see if I can find anything up there, and then I found something pretty quick, and then started making some moves up there. So I'm definitely satisfied. I just wish I would have started a little bit more front or in the front of the field.
Yeah, starting position in these races seems to be key, especially in a place like Limaland where, I mean, you're getting out there at just under 13 seconds a lap. You guys are absolutely boogieing around this place. It's going to make some harder times there when you start outside that top 10, but man, you did a really good job out there tonight, finishing up in the second spot, Keith. Great looking race car this week. That black number 69 looked really great. So I'm going to give you the mic one more time. Right now, the second place finisher at number 69. You got a lot of people out there watching. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live. We are on Twitch TV. So anybody out there watching tonight, that number 69 car, give them all the shout out now. And thank you, like to thank to get you out here for a second place finish this evening.
I just like to thank Noah Samples for this new scheme. I just started running here last few days, or yesterday, matter of fact. I was on a great team, and we decided to part ways, and I decided to go my own route. And so if any good teams are out there wanting a good driver, I'm here. Other than that, I appreciate y'all for broadcasting this and then for putting this league on.
All right, well, this is a lot of fun. Keith Hackney tonight in the number 69 there. He finishes up in the second spot and said, good driver looking for a team out there. So anybody looking to talk to a really good driver, Keith Hackney for sure is one of those guys. But I've just kind of been informed there, Todd, by the way of race control, there may be some kind of post-race penalty coming. The 69 may have been hit there with passing before the start-finish line, so that may be a developing story there. We're going to work on that a little more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it down to you in victory lane. No disputing who the winner is going to be this week. Back-to-back wins, the 00 of Jared Mogart. He's in victory lane with Todd Stanton.
Yeah, back-to-back wins for the double knot Jared Mogart. Jared, I tell you what, a fantastic showing again here, showing the quickest way around. One question I do have, you were backpedaling there at the end, and it looked like you were a little bit worried about that lap car, and you looked like you had enough distance. Was that what you were worried about, that lap car?
No, I think the bottom was going away a little bit, and second place was making the top work. I think the top finally started to come in. It just came in a little late there. I seen them coming. I was watching the relative, and I figured I was pretty confident we had enough, but another lap we probably would have had to go up there.
Yeah, you put out a fantastic showing here tonight and able to get to the bottom early. And normally you see Limaland and you see a lot of these guys run up top right next to that wall. You were able to make the bottom to work to your perfection here tonight. And tell us about how you got around some of these guys on the bottom. Is it just the way you set your car up here this evening?
Yeah, I was a little surprised that the top didn't come in either, because usually it's one lane right around the top, and if you get stuck in that middle of your bottom, you go backwards. But it's kind of the opposite tonight. I don't know. I ran a race here last night. It was a money race, and I gave that one away by a stupid error. So I wanted to come back here tonight and redeem myself, and made a couple little tweaks on it from yesterday, and it seemed to really help. And just had to be smooth, just like last week, and try and keep it straight without spinning the tires.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic showing here for you once again. Back-to-back wins, and going into the next week, can you make a trifecta there and be able to win 3 in a row?
I don't know. We're gonna try. I think we're at Knoxville next week. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we feel pretty confident there. I like that place, so pretty confident that we'll probably be up there battling for it for sure.
All right, Jared, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank whoever you'd like to thank here this evening.
Yeah, I gotta think I buy Power Computers, TDS Internet, Nick Kaufman. I don't know if he's watching or not. If he is, shout out to Nick Kaufman. Kaufman Racing Graphics and Twitchy Race Reports for being on the car, and Josh and all these guys for putting on the series in the league, and you guys for the broadcast, and all the fans. Hope they enjoyed it. I thought it was another good race. A couple yellows, which you'll have here at a short track. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you next week in Knoxville.
Yeah, indeed, another fantastic race here tonight. Picking up the feature win once again, that double knot, that's Jared Mogard. Picking up 2 races here out of 2, Phil, going into Knoxville next week. Looking for a 3-peat here, a trifecta of sorts here for that 00 machine. So we'll have to wait and see as it comes back to Thursday here. Pros versus Supers. Like I said, there was only 4 Supers in the field here this evening. But again, congratulations goes out to Jared Mogard, Keith Hackney, and Earl Arts Jr., your top 3.
No, absolutely right. That is your top 3 indeed. And now I can report, Todd, we got from the word down from the pit area from Tech. It sounds like that the 69 of Keith Hackney, well, looks like he is going to be penalized 1 lap for passing too soon on the last restart. So that's going to put Earl Arts in that 2nd spot, and Joey Lamb going to be officially scored our 3rd place finish. Anything breaks on that, stay tuned here. We will let you know on Full Velocity TV through their Facebook page. And, of course, follow these guys at Dirt Series, dirt-series.com, dirt-series.com, or look up for Dirt Series on Facebook. You will find Dirt Series right there, and you can go along with all the links over here. And come be part of the show here next Thursday night at Knoxville Raceway. Pro versus Super Late Model Series, race number 3. We're going to have live on the airwaves right here next week. But we have a lot of racing left here in between before we get back here on Thursday night. Of course, Saturday night, we go back over to Hard Motorsports there. Todd will be on hand. I believe Todd going to fly solo Saturday night, so I'm going to be away here for an event here this weekend up at the home base. But Todd will be on hand. I believe they're over at I think they're also at Lanier this Saturday night. So Hard Motorsports going to be out on the docket. Todd's going to be over there. 7:30 p.m. start time for these guys coming up on Saturday night. And coming up Sunday evening, we go back over to home base NR 2003. We're back over at the FTF Racing League for race number 3 of the Verizon Cup Series playoffs. We're going to be out there for the 250-lap race at the Martinsville Speedway coming up 9 p.m. on Sunday night. And coming up here later on this week, we go over Tuesday night. We go over back to VLR for the Jackpot Modified Series. That is going to be a lot of fun. 8 p.m. Eastern time there on that start time. Wednesday night, back over to DWR for some Wednesday night street fight racing action. No, I can't say that. Wednesday night, we are off next week. So we have Wednesday night off. We got Wednesday night free. So maybe a day off, Todd, maybe not. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what next week has to come. We have limited openings available. We have limited openings available through the rest of this month and through the rest of the year. So if any of these leagues out there want a date, we can't say it enough. They can get a hold of us now and get those dates locked in. Absolutely right. A lot of great stuff here to come here the next couple of months, and we're going to be here for the duration of it. So for Todd down there in the booth, our graphics guy, Martin Karch, behind the scenes, on behalf of all the guys over here at DirtSeries.com, Josh Smith, Earl Clements, Jameson Colbridge, all their great sponsors over here at DirtSeries.com. My name is Phil Lacasse. We're going to see you next time for more Full Velocity TV right here, presented by Spadafora Firearms. So until Saturday night over at Hard Motorsports, we will see you then right back here live. Good night, everybody.